All right, we'll see if this is working here. Just give me about 3 seconds here, and I'm going to finish setting up one last thing, and we'll see if it's working. Give me a response if it's working, man. Ah, it is working. Okay, give me just a couple more minutes, or a couple of minute or two, and I will be right back with us. All right, we had things a little bit messed up here, so we're gonna skip right into things. We're gonna get started. All right, let's go.
The jingle bells are jingling, the streets are white with snow, the happy crowds are mingling, but there's no one that I know. I'm sure that you'll forgive me if I don't enthuse. I guess I got the Christmas blues.
All righty. Typical, typical, typical. I can't keep anything going straight. What else is new? So, Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year. coming around the corner, and happy Chrimbo, Merry Yule, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, what's up for tonight? Well, there's just a few things up. First of all, we're going to talk about what happened to some things. We're going to talk about a couple other stories here, and we're going to introduce you to a new format. So, without further ado, maybe not without further ado. I don't know. How do we put that? Probably put that on. Let's see if I can get this thing working. Of course, the thing's not working, so just give me 1 second while I add one little thing to this screen. Because I'm a flippin' idiot. Oh. There we go. Got that working. It's typical of me. I can never get anything working out right. Oh well, what else is new? Anyway, so to give everybody an update on what's going on in the world of TikTok, we'll go ahead and go on to the first story. So, many of you may have noticed that the Grumpy Satanist and Grumpy Old Cuss have disappeared from the face of TikTok. It sucks. I really don't know what I'm going to be doing there. I've started a new account. It's Grumpy Satanist. No period in the middle, just Grumpy Satanist. You can find me there on TikTok. Give me a follow. I'm trying to get 1,000 so I can go live there again. But we are still going to be having Midnight in the Grotto here. So, other things that are going to be fun. We're introducing a new format. We're going to have up to 4 or 5 stories per episode. And then we will be having video premiere that happens during the episode. And finally, at the end of each episode, will be Ask a Satanist. Now, somewhere in there, we'll be discussing how we're going to be doing this in a little bit. So,
let's go on.
The Satanist, the Satanic Temple, has an after-school Satan club. I'm sure you've heard of this. Here's a little bit of an example of how the video works. It's really not that great, you know. It's just really not that great. One of the things that Satanists don't do is they don't indoctrinate. Now, this whole thing started off as a joke. Kind of. They were launching the after-school Satanist club to countermand any of those ones that are done by the Christians. So, here's what happened. They didn't think they'd actually succeed, so they had to come up with something. The only thing they had was a coloring book. They were giving those out, you know, when people are giving out Bibles, they're giving out these coloring books. Now they've gone on to doing other things. Now, it's not too bad, but I mean, I can see where the Christians are going to have a problem with this. Because it says you can be black, you can be white, you can even be gay. And they're talking about there is no hell. You know, Christians are going to be very upset about this. They're going to have lots and lots of problems dealing with this type of thing. But, now, this footage is taken from the official Satanic Temple video that they show, and it's annoying. And they say Satan's not a scary guy. He wants you to see. Now, the whole thing is that they're showing this, and they're saying they're not believing in an actual Satan. See, this is where the Satanic Temple demonstrates that they are not true Satanists, because they're saying he's not an evil guy and he wants you to do this, he wants you to do that. They're actually saying that he's a real guy, which is totally against what us Satanists believe. And besides which, the entire thing on indoctrination is a violation of one of the 11 rules of the earth, which is do not harm little children. Indoctrination is harm to children. So this is a segment I had something planned for. It's going to be of interest to atheists in the news. But I ran out of time because of work to get this fully set up. I will be presenting some topics. Some things I'd like to discuss is the ongoing persecution that's going on for those who don't believe in God or that are in some of the nations around the world. Some of the persecutions against people who are being executed because of their non-belief. Also, we're going to discuss things such as Devon, I believe that's in England, where they say they've got 50% more Satanists amongst them in the village of Devon. Did a little bit of looking into it. They're not Satanists. They're devil worshippers. But anyway, we'll be presenting that story next time. But that's some of the stuff that we're going to be doing there. Then, of course, we're going to be working on the entire idea of having guests. If anybody would like to be a guest, it'd be really nice to see you all join me. I do have a guest box that is open, and I will be putting a link into that in just a little bit. And we're going to keep on working on this. Work got in the way, made things really, really fun. So I didn't get everything done for the night that I wanted to have done. But what else do you think happens when a person has a life outside of the virtual world? But we'll be getting that taken care of. I'm going to take a look to see what we got in the comments so far. And of course, Titan's the only one on here. Thank you, Titan, for showing up. I'll be slowing myself down and taking it more easy with things. And we will be getting this much, much, much better. I'm going to set up the guest box while we're talking here. And I'm also going to see if we have any responses going on so far. Remember, the link to the Ask a Satanist is in the show notes below. And that's where you can have a lot of fun. Welcome to my total
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
I know it's a total piece of shit. I can't freaking keep things going right. But going back to what I was talking about with the TikTok whole thing, all I got to say about that is I don't know why I got banned, but I did get banned. It's just a total bunch of bullshit. But of course, typical. The entire thing that happened here didn't have everything set up properly, so I couldn't even run that while I was fixing things. Sorry, people. I am trying very desperately to make things better. And we will get there eventually. So. I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. Yeah. Can't type for crap. Now, there's two ways I can do this. I'm going to be trying this the one way, and I'm going to be trying it several different ways. But the best way I can think to do this at the moment is to use StreamYard. So, we're going to see what happens when we do this little thing here. Probably going to totally mess everything up. Hopefully, I've got the right camera selected, and I don't freeze up my camera in OBS. And it looks like we don't have it frozen up, so we'll just go ahead and get into the studio. Boom, and we're going to get into the studio. Going to do lots of fun stuff now, people. Now, of course, we're going to have to make sure to mute ourselves so we're not hearing ourselves. And there we go. We now have that set up, and it should be working out just fine. Now, the only question is, will I have the thing set up correctly? Oh dear. Okay. Everything seems to be working out just fine. Now we just need to get this taken care of. Looks like it's working out just fine. And we'll see what happens when we get this thing going here. Of course, lo and behold, wouldn't you know it, I can't get anything going because I didn't get anything. Oh. We'll have to see how badly the delay is. Of course, you can add questions over here, and we'll get things started. And I close the forums section. There we go. All right, so we got that open, we got that open, we got that open, we got the other thing open. We got everything open, my friends. So let's see what it looks like if we have the entire freaking thing going. Well, now hopefully everything's working out better. Yeah, I screwed it up. I just totally screwed it up. What else is new? I think I got it fixed. Typical, typical, typical. I can't frickin' get everything right. But you know, that's what happens when you are trying to do everything off the seat of your pants and you just can't really figure it out. And you need a freaking producer. It would help if I had a freaking producer. But, you know, that type of thing happens. Of course, I can never remember how to freaking get things to stop. I hope you have a wonderful holiday too, Nicholas. I really do.
Or as they like to call him, the Nick.
Well, I'm going to take care of one little thing while I'm doing this, so. There we go, there we go. That's always the fun part of just doing this and making sure everything's working out just fine. What's this one? Oh, that's my double screen. Isn't that a fun one to take a look at? So we're in the Ask a Satanist thing. Typical, 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 typical. And we're going to do something. I don't care about monetization, so. We are mostly going live at the moment, so. What else is new? He's just got bats in the belfry.
Emotional damage.
There we go. That's better. That's exactly what's going on right now. Hope everybody's going to have a fine holiday. We'll get this figured out. We'll get things totally figured out. And next week will be much better, but it's a holiday. So, you know, just one of those whole things that we're just in the normal. You know, having a wonderful day. I'm going to leave the question form opened so I can have questions for the next time I go live. And we will just keep on keeping on, you know? If anybody makes it through this far into the dumpster fire that is this podcast, what else can I say? I should probably share this out to a couple other people, so I'll just go ahead and put it in. The ask is open. Anybody wants to ask questions, they certainly can. I'm going to be staying live for about another 30 minutes and see what happens. I'm going to try and send this thing out. Just wish I could figure out how to do that without getting too messed up. It's definitely a dumpster fire. Welcome to my dumpster fire. And remember, you don't have to show your face if you come on here. So, let's see if I can find the link to this thing. And while we're sitting here waiting, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of an editing thing so I can go ahead and use this thing to its full effect. So, switch to studio mode. Find out what happens when we do this.
I'm a nutter. I'm a total nutter.
If you got any questions about Satanism, I'd like to answer them. You know, the whole thing with the Christians thinking that we have a war on Christmas. We don't really have a war on Christmas. We don't care what you do. You can do whatever you want, and it doesn't matter at all to me. And hey, we got that fixed. Add it to Chrome, it's free. We got everything working now. There we go. Typical. Grumps can't do it right. He just keeps on mucking it up. It's also fun to see how much of this is giving us problems here. Latency problems. We're having total latency problems. I have no idea why we're having latency problems, but we are. Since I'm running the chat room on a totally different system. Oh well.
The jingle bells are jingling, the streets are white with snow, the happy crowds are mingling, but there's no one that I know. I'm sure that you'll forgive me if I don't enthuse. I guess I got the Christmas blues.
Yes, I got the Christmas blues. I got the total Christmas blues. I don't have what by you, Aunt Jer? Can't see that screen that far away. Give me a second. Of course. I didn't run my graphics by you. I can't. Oh well, everybody knows I can't spell. Everybody knows I can't. Everybody knows I'm such a person who can't do anything with that. But, we'll go back to talking about this a little bit. It's ridiculous that people just constantly are attacking those of us that are atheist content creators and Satanist content creators. We just can't seem to get anywhere with it. It just boggles the mind. That they think we're attacking them all the time. And we're the ones that are being attacked. We get accused of bullying. We get accused of all sorts of things. Some people, the ladies especially, they get nudity. Yes, I said nudity. Accusations, which are flat out false. And that's annoying. But, it's typical things. Happens all the time. Can't seem to get anything figured out as to why. But, You can't say what you want on TikTok. I know. You can't have freedom of speech on TikTok. I know. It's just normal that you can't have nice things anymore, especially if you're online. Aunt Jer, it's a forum, not a forum. It's a forum. You fill out the form with a question for Ask a Satanist, and I read it out online. So we'll see what happens. It's too bad I don't have anything really working here. But we're going to just take a little bit of a chill. We're going to add a little bit of a media source. Now, this song was released in 1916. I do believe it's out of copyright. I'll find out if I get a copyright strike. It's beginning to look a lot like fuck this. Oh, sorry.
The jingle bells are jingling, the streets are white with snow, the happy crowds are mingling, but there's no one that I know. I'm
Well, apparently I can't get anything to work. Things keep on messing up on me. What else is new? It's just a total meaningless thing to do. Aye, the band hammer does work. But anyway, we're going to chalk this up as a fun little stream we had. Nothing's going to happen with it. Just kind of chilling out, having fun, playing all sorts of weird stuff. And And we'll just get it. Let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. Got that perfectly going. Dumpster fire is still running.
What the fuck is this piece?
That's exactly what I got to say about it. What the fuck is this piece of shit?
What? What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? Cannot wait to get everything back in business over on the YouTube, not the YouTube, but over on the other platform, the TikTok. The TikTok platform that is a pain in the butt platform that just doesn't know anything that's going down. It's just a pain in the fucking ass. It's just one of those things. But Merry Christmas. Happy Chrimbo. Festivus for the rest of us. Happy Hanukkah. I think Hanukkah's over. I'm not sure. What's the other one? Kwanzaa. And whatever holiday you're celebrating, Yule, whatever you're celebrating this time of year, I hope you have a very wonderful one. And we'll see you again next week, where Grumps will have his shit together a little bit better, and we'll get things going a lot better than we did here. So, that's all, folks. Have a good night.